Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Britain's shoplifting crisis is even worse than official figures suggest, retail experts warned today, as police figures showed offences have soared by 30% in a year to the highest level in 2 decades. Almost 444,000 crimes were recorded by forces in England and Wales in the year to March, up from 342,428 in the previous 12 months. This is the highest figure since records began in 2003, according to the Office for National Statistics. But industry figures say underreporting means shoplifting is even more endemic than currently thought, with many store owners not bothering to report offences to overwhelmed police and criminal gangs operating without any fear of being caught. New footage filmed yesterday shows a group of men brazenly grabbing goods from a Boots store in North London before loading them into bags in front of shocked shoppers. A customer at the store in Barnet tells one of the men, "You need to stop." He replies, "Yeah, I'm going in it," as he continues stripping shelves, with no attempt to hide what he is doing. Professor Joshua Bamfield, director, Center for Retail Research, said the rise of shoplifting was being driven by the perception that it was a risk-free crime. He told Mail Online, "At one time, shoplifting used to be a sort of craft where people didn't want to get caught because they knew they'd be trouble, but now people don't even bother because there's a perception nothing much will happen to you." A lot of retail crime now is organized, with people stealing large quantities of products like alcohol, meat, and designer clothes. They are linked to other criminals who sell it on elsewhere. The fact thefts below £200 are not pursued and there are a lot of demands on officers mean retailers have found it very difficult to get the kind of support they require. Meanwhile, managers have become increasingly concerned about the violence that apprehending shoplifters can involve, so are telling their employees not to risk it. So you've got two issues: shoplifting being partly decriminalized and the fact the police are too busy, then retailers telling shop staff not to intervene. Professor Bamfield suggested the latest police figures may actually underplay the seriousness of the situation due to underreporting. Shops are rationing their use of police, which means offences are going unreported, he said. I spoke to one retailer who said police had told them only to report 2 shoplifting offences a day because they don't have enough time. The retail expert suggested the only way to tackle the epidemic was to make it a priority for law enforcement. Shoplifting is often an individual's way to becoming a serious criminal, so if you stop them at 15 or 16 that may get them off that path, he said. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper said the data illustrated the disgraceful dereliction of the previous government on law and order, as Labour vowed to tackle low-level shoplifting and make assaulting a shop worker a specific criminal offence. Separate data from the Association of Convenience Stores, ACS, estimates retailers have recorded more than 5.6 million incidents of theft over the last year. The Mail on Sunday revealed last week that as few as 12 gangs are behind a quarter of all shoplifting in England and Wales. Some foreign offenders working for the gangs are flying in to steal and flee the same day on budget flights. ACS Chief Executive James Lohman said the gangs committing the majority of these crimes were typically organized, stealing to fund other criminal activity or substance abuse. They are often stealing to order, targeting higher value items to sell on to normal people who are struggling with the cost of living, he added. These thieves are stealing on a regular basis without fear of apprehension, so it's essential that every police force in the country takes theft seriously, not least because challenging thieves is one of the biggest triggers for abuse of shop workers. The move to create a separate offence follows a long-running campaign from business owners and conservative backbencher Matt Vickers amid rising violence against retail workers. Just 17% of the 417,582 shoplifting offences recorded in 2023/23 that were assigned an outcome resulted in a charge or summons, and 58% of investigations closed with no suspect identified, up from 55% the previous year, according to Home Office data.